celebration with his esteemed keynote address.
அம்மையாய் அச்சனாய் ஆண்டவனாய் எல்லா திவசங்களும் பூஜிக்கின பாரத அம்மையுடைய பொற்பாதங்களை நமஸ்கரிச்சு we are celebrating the centenary year of St. Stephen Higher Secondary School. And on this day, the dignitaries who are sharing the dais with me, Honorable Governor of Kerala, Sriman Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekarji, Bhagmanapatta Honorable Minister in the central government for petroleum and natural gas and tourism, Sriman Suresh Gobiji Avargale, Bhagmanapatta Honorable Minister for Transport in Government of Kerala, Sri K.P. Ganesh Kumarji Avargale, Bhagmanapatta Honorable Minister for Finance, Government of Keralam, Sri Balagopalji Avargale, Bhagmanapatta Honorable Member of Parliament of Lok Sabha, Sriman Kodikunil Sureji Avargale, Honorable MLA Sriman Janis Kumarji Avargale, Catholicos of the East, Basilos Marthoma Matthew Ji Avargale, Secretary Mount Tabor Dayara Philip Matthew Ji Avargale, Metropolitan Kollam Diocese Dr. Joseph Ji Avargale, Superior Mount Tabor Dayara Yunnan Samuel Ramban ஜி அவர்களே, பிரியப்பட்ட என் சகோதரன் சகோதரிமாரே, எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். We are celebrating this centenary celebrations at an important time when Kerala becomes Keralam, and my thanks to the state and the central government for giving this great inspiration to the state. The second important is, you might have been understood from the speeches of Minister for Transport and the Central Minister, as well as Kodikunil Sureji, that election is going to come for Kerala. But it is always good. There must be a competition how to serve the society. In that way, I am admiring their speech. I have nothing to do with their speech. And as usual, our finance minister is very economical in his speech. Because once finance minister, he has to allocate for others. He cannot allocate anything for his own. That is what is finance minister. So he was so economical on his speech. I thank him for his economical speech. Today, the school celebrates 100 years of shaping minds, nurturing character, and building futures. Generation of students have walked through its gates as young learners and stepped out as responsible citizens, leaders, professionals, and compassionate human beings. The true strength of any institution lies not in its buildings, but in its values. And this school has upheld its values with dignity and consistency for a century. When our MP Sureji was telling, it was a Katupatra, now it is a Nagarpatra. But he has given one bus. So I thank on behalf of all of you that even those who are now living in Katupatra can come to this school and they can have their studies here. So I thank our MP for his generosity in giving a bus to the school. It is very easy to tell 100 years. But if you just think, you spend few minutes and think about that. In those days, there is not transport, there is no machineries. How to mobilize everything? There is not many technology, there is not many engineers. How difficult it was to construct a school that will withstand 100 years. Still it is serving in a better way than the past. So it is a great administration, great contribution, great willpower, and very great enthusiasm to serve the society. And behind this, a great sacrifice is there. We have to bow our head to that sacrifice. I take this moment to commend all the past and the present teachers and the staff who have contributed to this glorious journey. And to the alumni of this great institution, you are the living testimony of its success. Wherever you are in Kerala, across India, or around the world, you carry with you the spirit and the discipline instilled within these walls to you. Your achievements add new chapters to the proud history of this school. This school itself is a big history today. Dear students, this celebration is not only about the past, it is about you and your future. In a rapidly changing world, driven by technology, innovation, and global challenges, education must go beyond textbooks. It must cultivate critical thinking, empathy, resilience, and integrity. That's where you can compete and where you can equip yourself to face the tough competition that the world is getting created in all these years, especially in the present circumstances. I encourage you to dream big, work hard, remain humble, and always uphold the values the school has taught to you in all these years. I also urge you all always to say no to drugs. This is another dangerous thing that is spreading among our youngsters, which we never thought of when we were young. We all must united make an awareness that no narcotic drugs can spoil any child of our society. This I have discussed with all the fathers whomever I am meeting. We must make this program as a people's program, cutting across the party line, cutting across the religion, cutting across the caste, cutting across the linguistic differences. We should build a people's movement against these drugs. Yes, you celebrate this centenary. It is also important to connect your proud legacy with our national vision. Today, under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Sriman Narendra Modi ji, India is moving forward with the vision of Viksit Bharat, a well-developed #1 country by 2047. How we are celebrating the centenary year of our St. Stephen's Higher Secondary School. 2047 is going to be the centenary year for our entire independent India, that we are going to celebrate our 100th Independence Day on that day. By that time, there should be no poverty. There should not be anybody without homes. For everyone, education. For everyone, good health care. For everyone, good comfortable living. That is what we call it as Viksit Bharat. This vision calls for progress. Any progress can be called only when it is great progress, when it is inclusive for everyone. None of our society, none of the section of our society should be left out. We should take everybody together. And this progress that is inclusive, innovative, sustainable, and rooted in our civilizational values. The great culture of this country we cannot create. That is the biggest gift given to us by our ancestors and our elders. Equally significant is the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, a self-reliant India. We are 140 crore people. We cannot import so much. What is the need of our country? Maximum should be met out by our own production. Whether it is wheat, whether it is rice, whether it is vegetables, whether maybe anything. Even a cell phone, any new technology, we should not import and adopt, but we should innovate, and the world, we should make the world to adopt our innovation, our scientific developments. That is what is Atmanirbhar. Dear students, you are just celebrating the past today. That means you are preparing yourself for the future. Let your education empower you not just to seek success, but to create impact in the society. When you go out and say, I am the student of St. Stephen's Higher Secondary School, you must be very proud that the society should always appreciate you and your school. A centenary is also a time of renewal. As St. Stephen's Higher Secondary School steps into the second century, may it continue to embrace modern educational advancements while remaining firmly rooted in its moral and cultural foundations. Let this institution continue to produce not only toppers and achievers, more importantly, as it has done in the last century, I am sure it will be doing it in the coming century also, the responsible citizens committed to the society and the nation building. Kerala has long been known for its emphasis on education and social development. I always say, government alone cannot do everything for everyone. The responsible citizens, the responsible community leaders, the responsible religious leaders, and also those who are the leaders of the social reformation, we all must work together. How Kerala became the first state in the whole of the country that illiteracy had been eradicated, and 100% literate state, that is Kerala, how that was possible? That was possible because the great contribution of the Christian community, that is because of the great contribution of Narayana Guru, that is because of the great contribution of NSS and so many people. In that, the Christian community's concern for the education is unparalleled. That's why we are celebrating the centenary celebration of many educational institutions. Wherever is possible, I think I have at least I have already participated 5. Because gives me great pleasure and satisfaction that someone before 100 years thought of education and how to build the society as a knowledge society. And we all are thankful to all the fathers who sacrificed their life for building a disciplined, well-educated society. Let this centenary year be filled with meaningful programs honoring the past, celebrating the present, and above all, preparing for the future. And may this milestone inspire every stakeholder to recommit to excellence. That is what we want. On this occasion, I extend my heartiest congratulations to the management, teachers, staff, students, and alumni, and above all, the great life sacrifice of the fathers who are sitting here on the dais and off the dais. May this next 100 years shine even brighter. Yes, that is what we want. Whatever we shine, whatever the height we achieved, that will not give a satisfaction to someone. When your son and daughter is doing the same thing, that is where you will get the maximum satisfaction. That is our Indian culture. Like that, what has been achieved in these 100 years is a great thing, but we should work more so that we should be proud of the another 100 years which is going to come from today. And I wish you all every success in all your future endeavors. எல்லாவர்க்கும் எல்லா நன்மகளும் உண்டாகட்டே. ஆசம்சகள். ஜெய் ஹிந்த். லாங் லிவ் மதர் பாரத். நன்றி, நமஸ்காரம்.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President, for your enlightening address. We take a moment for an